Hey everybody, happy Friday. Just wanted to jump on with you for a little bit, just to kind of go through what's going on. Of course, there is still the buzz that the market is shifting and things are changing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that this morning. I'm a numbers person, so I just feel like the best way to give examples is to share it with the data. So I'm always pulling numbers directly from the MLS. That's really the source of the data. And there's about four stats that I think are the most interesting that gives you a really good picture of what is going on. So the first one is the average days on market, because what we're hearing, oh, homes are taking longer to sell. And that isn't exactly true. So it is, and it is, and it isn't. So the average days on market. So we'll break it down. And I also want to do this by price point because I've been seeing both when I have listings and when I have buyers making offers, I'm feeling like there's still a lot of competition in price points that are lower. And higher price points, we're more able to get accepted offers, potentially even negotiate. And that's where we're seeing some price reductions. So the average days on market will give us an idea of how long is it taking for these homes to sell. So the average days on market for homes $350,000 or less is 11 days. And that's actually down only one day. That's up. I'm sorry. It's up from one day from last year. Last year's average days on market was 10. So not much of a change there. And 11 days is really still pretty quick. The average days on market for homes listed at $350,000 or more is 17 days. So that's what that's what I was feeling, and it actually is true that it is taking a little bit longer for homes to sell in higher price points. Now again, 17 days on market is really not bad. We are used to the crazy turnaround of 1 to 2 days from last year, and that really isn't the case anymore. It's just taking a little extra time. But your home will still sell. So the units listed is another one. So the amount of homes coming on the market. So homes coming on the market above $350,000 for June, last June 2022, just this last month, was 861. And last June, homes listed above $350,000 was 748. So that means 861 last month, 741 last June. There's more inventory in higher price points this summer than last. So that's really what those numbers are telling you. Now this is interesting because now going to homes under 350,000, June 2022, 1,452, and June of 2021 was 1,825. So that's saying there's less affordable inventory than last summer. So it is making things a little bit more competitive in the lower price points, homes listed under $350,000. So the numbers are true to what we're feeling, what we're seeing for the buyers and sellers that are in the market. And it was also strange because we felt like this was happening, but the supply of inventory was still staying constant, and it's still at 1.4, which is pretty much where it's been. So we're kind of thinking, well, the inventory isn't changing. So why do we feel like sometimes it's still competitive and sometimes it's not? We feel like there's more inventory, but it makes sense because homes that are more than $350,000, there's more of those, but less than the affordable homes. So they're kind of balancing it out, creating that 1.4 months of inventory constant. The average sale price of June of 2022, 352,698, and the average sale price of June 2021, 304,817. So the values continue to rise despite rising rates and less demand and urgency from buyers. So that is kind of the big picture. Even though there is less demand and urgency from the buyers just because the interest rates are going up and people are kind of uneasy, not really sure what to do. Should they wait it out? And so we are seeing that. However, because of the inventory problem, things are still appreciating. Homes are still appreciating. So that I feel like is very interesting. And while we're hearing, oh my God, the market, it's still pretty good. Values are still on the rise. So last Friday, the last thing I wanted to touch on this morning is that last Friday I sent out my monthly e-newsletter, which, by the way, if you don't get it, you didn't get it, send me a message because they have a lot of value to them. So let me know if you want to get added to that. But I provided some perspective about the rates since a lot of buyers are just a little nervous and uneasy with everything changing and everything going on. The average rate over the last 50 years is 7.8%. So if you look at just 1990 and on, the average was 5.97%. So that just kind of gives a little bit of perspective as to what's been going on in history and where we've been. So anyone who's been in the market for the last 2 to 3 years, the 2 to 3% interest rates are just not normal. That's just not where things really should be. That's not the norm. It's been the norm for them. So to go all the way up from there to 5 to 6% is a tough pill to swallow. And so I understand that. But to give some perspective that's not normal, and the 5 to 6% really is the average. So right now, as the rates are high fives, we are just kind of now hitting that 30-year average. So no one really knows the future of the rates, but I think it's important information to keep in mind that for those that are still currently in the market looking for a home that need a mortgage to do that. So I feel let's lock in the rate now. And in the coming months, we don't really know what's going to happen. And it's better to kind of lock it in while they are at the average rather than to wait in case they do end up going above the average over the last 50 years. So I hope this was helpful information. Again, I don't want to create any panic. I think there's a lot of panic in the media and, wherever you get your information from. But I just think that this is what we're seeing, and that is the reality of it, just to get the straight facts from the MLS. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me to discuss and assess your individual needs. I hope you have a great Friday, a beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.